This is why we haven't been making very many videos here lately. It will not stop raining. We get a couple days to where it doesn't rain, and then it's right back to raining again. Not even enough time to dry out. Little break in the sky over there, but damage is done now. It's been raining hard for about 20 minutes. So we're going to try to cut tomorrow. We're going to try to be back in the woods, but we'll just wait and see what happens. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, we have not been making a lot of videos. I ain't been putting a lot of stuff out just because of the weather. The weather is just, it's put such a damper on everything we've tried to do here lately. We have not had a full week of work in seems like a month or better just because of the rain. We cannot catch a break. Work's piling up, which is never a bad thing. I love knowing I've got a lot of work to do, but the problem is not having optimal weather to do it. And this time of year, I hate to see a lot of rain because the leaves are starting to fall. You can't tell it here, but we've had frost already, and the leaves are starting to fall. And you know, we'll probably have frost at least once or twice again this week because this is a cold front coming in right now. The temperatures dropped tremendously today. So, yeah, this time of year, things don't dry out very fast. It could easily turn into a long, wet winter. The only thing we can hope for is we get some cold weather in there to freeze the ground up so we can chain up and move some wood. But it's not looking good. I don't know. Hopefully we'll catch a break, but I know they're calling for rain all weekend. And whether we're working down here at home like we are early part of this week or up north like we have been, it's rain everywhere. It's everywhere we go right now in the Midwest. All of our job sites are wet. It's all wet. Anyway, I bought a new 4Runner. I'd been wanting one for a while, and I pulled the trigger and bought one. It's just an SR5. I wish I'd have kind of done my research and got a TRD Pro. But my old one's an SR5. Of course, I kept it. But yeah, so I've been taking this to look at timber a lot here lately. I bought this probably a week ago Saturday. I've had it 12 days, 10 days, I don't know, week and a half, something like that. I like it. Of course, I'm a big fan of Toyotas. I've had several Toyotas throughout the years. I've always had really good luck with them. Of course, still got the old diesel. But yeah, anyway, guys, today's clip, I didn't much. Working 2 different jobs this morning. Kenny and I worked over here by El Dorado on a little job. If the weather will allow us, we're going to try to wrap it up tomorrow. But I also helped Dad this afternoon on an ongoing job that we've been, and if you look back through some of the videos dating back to June, we've been cutting on this deal since then. But there was probably 250,000 feet of timber on the job. It was a big job, big place. There's still quite a bit there. Dad's still knocking out a lot of trees. So enjoy today's videos. Hopefully we'll get something tomorrow, make something for you. Because I'm definitely ready to get back in the woods. I'm starting to go stir crazy, only getting to work a day or 2 a week. We've been on the road a lot. Seems like every day I've been on the road somewhere looking at timber. Sunday I was out in Kansas. Yesterday I went down to Nixa yesterday evening, looked at a pretty good job of walnut and white oak down there. I've got some timber to look at up around the Kansas City area, Oak Grove, Lone Jack, Platte City, Bonner Springs, Kansas, towards the end of the week. And it's only Tuesday. It's that time of the year, though. Guys, we'll see you later. New job, first day. John's on the skidder. First time John's drug any logs in about 6 months. Pretty good sized post oak to start the day. Short body trees out here in these pastures, real limmy. It's always a chore limbing them up. A lot of time involved in getting down, but the footage makes up for it. That's got about an 8-foot good log in it, a 3-sided log, and just some blocking or pallet material above that. Kenny's over there. He just brought down a pretty good sized walnut. We had to wait till they got the corn off to cut this little job here. I'm gonna have John push out around this little walnut here, and I'll get it on the ground. Not a big job, not too many trees here. Why we're zoomed in so close. You know, I first looked at this probably about 1.5 years ago. Tried to light things up with it. Pretty easy cutting out here in the open though, how they're getting cleaned out around these trees. John already had to push out around that walnut Kenny's cutting there. It's just a pretty good sized tree. And they're just kind of scattered up this little ditch here. A lot of birch in there, but we're not going to cut the birch. Just some post oak and walnut. Not a big job at all. Should knock it out in a couple days, but it's right here, you know, maybe 14, 15 miles from Stockton, which anymore for us is pretty close. So it's nice to be home for a day or two working before we head back up north. This afternoon I'll actually go help Dad on a job he's cutting. We haven't been making many videos here lately. The weather's been so terrible. And they're calling for rain starting about 10:30 this morning too, which isn't good. We don't need any more rain where we're at. Then rain all weekend, which is definitely not good. We can do without all the wet stuff right now. It might turn off to be a long, wet, miserable winter working. Sunday was out in Kansas looking at timber. We've been looking at a lot of timber. Was down at Nixa last night late looking at timber. Looked at a really good job at Nixa. Just trying to get things lined up. Like I said, whatever the weather breaks, we're ready to run full tilt. But until we can get a break in the weather, you know, even like working up north right now up there around Platte City, it's just been, we get to work maybe 1-2 days the most, and they have another storm system come through, and it's not little amounts. It's dumping 2, 3, 5, 6 inches at a time, so it's making things rough. Let's zoom in here so you can see what's going on. John trying to get his sea legs back on the skidder. Said he ain't drug any logs in 6 months, so now we've had the first frost and vegetation's starting to die off. He's ready to get back into it. Mikey, I'm sure we'll be seeing him a lot in the videos to come. I really needed him today, but I guess he was probably sleeping when I tried to get a hold of him, so that's about par for the course of Mike. That's a big chunk of wood there, a lot of footage in that piece of walnut. Samsung updated my phone and the settings on the video and camera and stuff, and I don't like it. Anyway, when John gets done there, I'm gonna have him push that cedar tree out from around that little walnut, and we'll get it on the ground and just slowly work our way up the ditch there, getting the walnut and the post oak. So that post oak's a pretty good deal right now. The whitewoods are for us. The white oak, post oak, bur oak, chinkapin oak, as long as they got some size to them, which makes these pasture trees like this, these short, fat-bodied trees, makes them a pretty good deal right now. I was gonna cut around this one, had John push out from around it. I didn't see that bad lightning scar there. That tree ain't no good. There's several of these trees up here, just they've gone too long, they ain't no good. Lightning's got the best of them. Move down here, kind of come a little closer, bring gas and oil. Kenny's cutting one up here. This old tree here ain't no good. Whole backside's out of it. That was a chunk at one time. It's a shame. That is a shame. Park up here out of the way. Best we can anyway. Yeah, I got a back. Yeah, I can park up here. John come out and push around some of these skidders. We'll park up here. Whoops, wrong gear. Wrong gear. Pretty good oak. Pretty good oak. We got a few more right in here. I'm gonna have John push out around them. That way I can get in there to cut them. I was gonna cut that one, but it limbs out there pretty pretty quick, so we'll just leave him. There's a few more up through there. We'll try to get them. Fast footage. Fast footage. Have John push out around this other one here so I can get in there to it pretty easy, and always like to have a good getaway path. If things go south, my little fat legs are gonna run. These are really good post oak. They're cutting real good. Got some good size to them. The walnut's a little bit to be desired, but that wasn't that big of a surprise being out here in this open pasture, because walnut are naturally lightning rods anyway. And most of them have been struck, and some of them are struck so bad they're no good. Case in point, that guy. Nothing at all there. But it's still producing a few walnuts, so it's good for the squirrels. Here on a different job site now, back here north of Stockton. This is the one Dad's been cutting on for the last. We've been cutting here since June, off and on. We cut quite a bit here. But the last couple of weeks, Dad's been up here working by himself, just whittling away, and he's got trees laid everywhere on the ground. And I'm up here dragging for him this afternoon, trying to get a dent in these things. I try to start with my furthest trees first. This is our other 548D. It's got the bad tires on it, which we've got a brand new set of rubber and a new set of wheels to put on here. So here in the next week or so, that's definitely going to be a project we'll be taking on. Got a brand new set of 23 ones to go on here. I kind of like the 28Ls myself on it. They definitely have their place. Get that out of the way. Easy does it. Back up here. like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.